What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural healthcare expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach. And I want to welcome you to tonight's live. Now, tonight's gonna be awesome. The reason it's gonna be awesome is we're talking about a very, very hot topic. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So tonight's topic is CBD oil and weight loss. So when you're getting on, if you wouldn't mind putting down in the comments whether you're watching it live or you're watching on the replay, because you know, I love to know, are you getting the full energy of Dr. Jim live? Are you watching on the replay? But either way, tonight's going to be great. Also, if you are watching this on replay on YouTube, welcome to all my YouTube viewers. Thank you so much for getting on. All the information that we're going to talk about and any way to communicate with me will be in the description box below in the video on YouTube, all right? So tonight's topic is CBD oil and weight loss. Now, really, really important disclaimer for tonight is I'm not your doctor tonight and you're not my patient tonight, and there's absolutely nothing about tonight's video that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship, so please don't change anything about your current medical treatment because you heard me talk about something cool on this video. Number 2 is CBD oil is a natural supplement. It is not a drug. Therefore, it is not intended for the diagnosis, treatment, or cure of any specific disease or condition, including like anything we might talk about in this video. All right? So, again, tonight's topic is CBD oil and weight loss. Now, why is that a hot topic? Well, what I'm hearing from patients, from clients all around the country, what I'm hearing from everybody right now is a lot of fear. And no, yes, certainly there's a lot of fear about the virus, but I'm not even talking about that. What I'm hearing about is people are really, really concerned about, with all the quarantine and all the lack of activity, they're all like, and all this being in the house, really, really petrified about weight gain. And they're like, so I've heard people say, I'm afraid I'm going to gain the COVID-19, right? So what I wanted to talk about tonight is really, with everybody stuck in the house, with our limited activities, with everything that's going on, how can you avoid gaining weight, and how might CBD be able to help you? So I'm going to share some tips and some really good information with you tonight, and hopefully you can get a really good benefit out of it. All right. So we are going to talk about weight loss and how CBD might be able to help. All right. Now, first thing I want you to understand is that most weight issues have more to do with what you put in your mouth than with exercise. Now, I know there are people that are really into exercise, and listen, exercise helps people keep it off. I mean, you look at people that exercise, they look how you want to look, but when it really comes to weight loss, they're estimated about 90% of weight loss has to do with what goes in your mouth, and about 10% of it, about 10% of it has to do with your exercise and your activity level. So what we really find out when it comes to weight loss is that weight loss is really about your metabolism and how well your metabolism's working. And what I find out with my patients is there is a tremendous amount of people out there who have what I consider a broken metabolism. All right? And so we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but what I want you to understand is that fat burning and fat storage is a hormonal event. Basically meaning that you cannot store fat in your body unless a hormone tells your body to do it. You also cannot burn fat in your body unless a hormone tells your body to do it. So what I wanted to do was talk about that tonight. So number 1, let's talk about some fat storage hormones, right? Well, one of the primary fat storing hormones that's out there is a stress hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol at one time it has always been, it's always been a life-saving chemical. So think about this. Back in the day, you'd be walking through the woods and a bear would jump out at you. Well, boom, you would dump cortisol into your bloodstream. It's a stress hormone. It's designed to help save your life. So what cortisol then does is it makes sure you dump stored sugar from your liver into your bloodstream so that your muscles, so you could either fight and wrestle the bear or you could run away. All right? So while you're at home stressing out about the virus and what's going on, and what are you going to do with your kids, and your kids are driving you crazy, and what activities can you plan for your kids, and what's going to happen with your money and your job, and all these stressful things that are going on. This cortisol, this stress hormone, is pumping out in your body. Now, this is something I want you to understand about that. You're pumping cortisol into your bloodstream, so you're dumping stored sugar from your liver into your bloodstream so that you can fight or run away. But here's the thing. You're not doing any physical activity, all right? You're not fighting or running away. I'm not saying you're just sitting there, but you're not burning off all this excess sugar. So then your body pumps out insulin, and insulin takes that sugar and stores it as fat. All right. So cortisol can be a primary fat storing hormone. All right. And right now, in all this stress and all this stress hormone stuff, you're probably pumping out a bunch of it without the activity to burn it off. All right. Now, CBD, what's really awesome about CBD oil, it has been shown to help reduce cortisol. All right, and if we can reduce the stress hormone cortisol, we're going to reduce all that dumping of that sugar from your liver into your bloodstream and the storage of fat from it. So that is number one. That is one of the number one reasons, and one of the ways that CBD oil is going to help you with weight loss, and at the very least going to keep you from weight gain, is that it's going to help reduce cortisol, especially in this stressful time where you're not actually burning it off. Number two is, a lot of people talk about stress eating, all right, or in stress cravings. Well, with everything that's going on, I'm sure there's a lot of stress eating and a lot of stress craving. And this is the reason why that happens. When you're stressed, your body pumps out cortisol. We just talked about it, right? And what does cortisol do? It causes you to release stored sugar from your liver into your bloodstream. So you have a blood sugar spike. Well, then your body pumps out insulin to get that sugar out of your bloodstream, and your blood sugar goes down. And then it spikes back up and it goes down. And every time it goes down, your body goes into this situation where it wants to eat. It wants to bring your blood sugar back up. So you want to eat to bring your blood sugar back up, and you often will crave things that will do it instantly and quickly. Things that are sugary and simple to get your blood sugar back up really quickly. So the stress hormone cortisol can actually drive stress eating and these stress cravings that you might be experiencing. And we all know that if you're stress eating and stress craving and caving, then you're going to be gaining weight from that, and we certainly don't want to do that. So what CBD oil does is it helps reduce those cortisol levels, and that could go a long way to helping you with your stress eating and your stress caving and craving. All right, so that's number one, which is awesome. Now, number two, we talked about insulin, right? And we know that insulin is going to go up in times of stress. So our stress hormone cortisol goes up, we dump sugar from our liver into our bloodstream, and then our pancreas pumps out insulin. Well, here's what I want you to understand about insulin. Insulin is a primary fat-storing hormone, all right? It initially drives sugar into your cells to use for energy, but if we're not burning it up, it takes that excess sugar out of your bloodstream and it converts it into fat. And most of the time, it's going to store that fat right all through the middle, right? So insulin is a fat-storing hormone. So if we wanted to work on reducing our weight gain and ultimately losing weight long term, it would be nice to improve our insulin sensitivity, because the more and more sugar that insulin sees, or your cells see, basically what happens is, either through stress or eating a bunch of prepackaged stuff that we just picked up at the supermarket, because I noticed that all the really healthy food on the shelves was still there, all right? All the stuff in boxes and bags, like chips, that was all gone. But the really healthy stuff was all still there. But whether it's from stress or whether it's from eating, and you have these constant spikes in your blood sugar, you're constantly pumping out insulin, eventually your cells will become more resistant to the action of insulin. So the sugar is going to hang out in your bloodstream longer, and you're going to then be taking that and storing it as fat. So here's how CBD oil works into that. Some of the preliminary research that's being done is showing that they really believe that CBD oil may have a positive impact on insulin resistance, all right, which is really, really cool. And there's a lot of mechanisms for it, because we know that insulin resistance, there's an inflammatory component with it, and we know CBD oil helps reduce inflammation. So there's a lot of cool things with that. They also did sort of a retrospective study, and they took kind of people that were considered cannabis users, and they looked at them and they found out that they had significantly lower fasting insulin levels as well as lower insulin resistance levels. So CBD can have positive impacts, or could have positive impacts, on how well your body responds to insulin. So that could be really, really important to your ability to lose weight and or at the very least not gain weight during this stressful time. Next one, anxiety. All right. We know that these situations that we're going through in this country right now and around the world, it's generated a lot of anxiety. I believe some of it rightfully so, and some of it certainly significantly blown out of proportion. But either way, it is driving people's anxiety really high. And what I want you to know about anxiety is anxiety increases stress hormones, increases blood sugar levels, and decreases the sensitivity of insulin in your body. All of those things can drive weight gain. Now, we know that CBD oil, if you've watched any of my videos or if you've done any research on your own, you know that CBD oil is widely used to help people with anxiety. And one of the reasons is because, we know that sort of the opposite of anxiety is there's a neurotransmitter called GABA. GABA is sort of the calm down neurotransmitter, and we know that CBD oil helps improve the shape of GABA receptors so the body responds better to the GABA in your body, which helps calm things down. So by reducing anxiety, we're going to help reduce stress hormones, reduce blood sugar, and reduce the impact it's having on insulin resistance. So another really awesome way that CBD oil could help you, necessarily not gain the 19 and also help you lose weight long term. All right. Now, this one's really, really important because this, I think, is an overlooked part of the equation. Is most people don't understand. Most people think like they're going to go to the gym, they get on that, they get on the Stairmaster, the treadmill or something, and that while they're on there, they're like, man, I was working out in my fat burning zone. Yeah, this is what happens. What I want you to really understand is most all fat burning doesn't happen during the day. Most all fat burning happens at night while you're asleep. All right? Your blood sugars go down to fasting levels, and your hormones, like your human growth hormone and all those things, which are fat burning hormones, they peak at nighttime while you're asleep. All right? What if you get poor sleep? What if you have stress hormones and imbalances that make sleep really difficult and you don't get really good sleep? Well, guess what? It is nearly impossible to lose weight or to keep weight off, or the likelihood that you'll gain weight goes up if you have poor sleep. All right? Well, one of the well-known facts that we know is that CBD oil is fantastic for helping people with their sleep issues. And once again, it goes back to some of the things that we talked about with anxiety, is it helps improve GABA sensitivity so that your GABA, this neurotransmitter that helps calm things down, you're able to get your brain to calm down so you can get into that deep restful sleep. And when you're in deep restful sleep, you reduce your fat storage hormones and your fat burning hormones go up, which is an ideal recipe for weight loss and moving in the right direction. All right. So as we want to talk about how can CBD oil help you not only just not gain weight during this stressful time, but possibly help you lose weight, we really talked about a couple things. Number one, we talked about that, that weight loss and fat burning and fat storage is really a hormonal event. So let's talk about fat burning and fat storing hormones. Fat storing hormones like cortisol, that is a stress hormone, all right? It drives stress eating and stress cravings. And if you stress crave, you stress cave, all right? So the cool thing about CBD oil is it helps reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone that causes you to release stored sugar from your liver that you're not burning off, which is then getting stored as fat, all right? So that's number one. Number two is it helps with insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity, and we know that the less insulin sensitive we are, the more likely we are to store body fat. And number three, we know that anxiety increases stress hormones, increases blood sugar levels, and decreases insulin sensitivity. And we know, CBD oil has been is one of the main reasons people take it, is to help reduce anxiety. And so reducing anxiety is going to have a positive impact across all those areas. And then number 4 is, we know that most fat burning happens when you're asleep. So if you're having poor sleep, then it's going to be a problem for you. Trying to burn fat, trying to lose weight is going to be a difficult thing. So we know that CBD oil, due to many of the reasons already mentioned, helps people get better night's sleep, and that's going to put you into a better fat burning state. Not awesome? Doesn't that sound like something that you would want, right? Certainly something that I want. It's one of the reasons why I do take CBD oil, because I know that it helps balance out a lot of these hormones that are good for fat burning and help reduce fat storage hormones, which are all really important. So what we do know is that there is a lot of garbage out there when it comes in the CBD world, and what I want everybody out there, if you're going to take CBD, I want it to be a high quality brand, something that we know is fully transparent in their testing, that it's the highest quality, that has very few ingredients in it, and that ultimately that's what you're going to want. And so if you'd like to know the CBD oil that I recommend, then what I'm going to ask you to do is go ahead and put info in the comments. If you put info in the comments, then go check your Messenger. In Messenger, there's going to be a link where you can check out the CBD oil that I recommend. All right, now listen, if someone else sent you this video, certainly they may recommend the same CBD oil that I recommend. Definitely order it from them, all right? But if you don't have anybody and you'd like to check out the CBD oil that I recommend, put info in the comments. Number 2 is I'm really on a mission to help as many people around the world with CBD, because I know that it's really changing lives and can make a big difference. So if you'd like to help me on my mission, if you'd like to be on my team, all right, what I want you to do is put info in the comments, and in your Messenger is going to be a link to check out a free tour of the business. Now, this is one of the coolest things. Currently, right now, because of all what's going on in the world, not only can you take a free tour of the business, but you can actually join the business for free and start earning commissions, sharing CBD oil with other people without having to pay any money out of your pocket. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's available. So if you would like that information, put info in the comments, and you can come be on my team. Now listen, if someone else sent this to you, certainly you can get with them, and if they have an option to join their team for free, by all means you can join with them as well. Now, last part is, I realize that not everyone that gets on here can lose weight. Maybe you've been struggling with losing weight for a long time, and I realize that not everybody out there can lose weight just by following an app and buying some prepackaged foods from somewhere. All right. Now, what I know is I've helped over 3,000 people lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days and keep it off for a really long time. And so if you would like to work with me, if you would like my help in doing the same thing, if you'd like my help in losing 20 to 40 pounds in the next 40 days, because guess what's going to happen, guys? Summertime, all this is going to be over, all right? And we're all going to be trying to do our normal summer activities, and some of us are going to want to be in our best shape when we're out there doing our summer activities, all right? So if you would like to work with me directly and I can help you lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days, what I've done is I have created really an incredible program with advanced metabolic testing, nutrition testing. You're going to do a urine test, and it's going to tell us all kinds of things about how your broken metabolism is. The name of my new program is my 40-day fix, where we actually are going to fix your broken metabolism. It's going to help you lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days. If you would like to know about that program, all right, what you can do is you can put info in the comments, and in Messenger there's going to be a link where you can click and watch a video I did. It's a short video, all right? I know I talk a lot. It's a short video where I explain all about the program, and at the end of that, what I want you to do is you can click to set you may not be able to there. Either way, what I want you to do after that is set up a free 15-minute consultation with me or 30-minute consultation with me, where I can ask you all about where you're at, what you've tried, what are your health conditions that are interfering with you, how is your metabolism broken, and we can set out about helping you lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days. And guess what? It doesn't require exercise. So you don't have to be out there at the gym. You don't have to be running miles and miles. You don't have to be at a fitness center. You could be quarantined in your house and do this program. All right? And so if you would like to be ready by summertime and lose 20 to 40 pounds, then go ahead and put info in the comments, and there'll be a link so that you can watch that short video about the program. And then after that, if you'd like a consultation with me, it's going to be awesome. All right? You can set a free consultation in the link that we send you. Thank you. So my beautiful wife is on the other end. She watches me do these, and then she corrects me when I don't know what I'm talking about. So if you put info in the comments, not only will you get the video about the program, but you're also going to get the link that you can click on and set your consultation with me. So by this week, you can send in a consultation with me this week. We'll talk about everything. And by summertime, you can be down 20 to 40 pounds and feeling amazing, get all your energy back, do everything great. All right. So if you'd like my help with that, please put info in the comments. It's really going to change your life. It's going to be really cool. All right. So just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. # never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that could change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome night.